Hi everyone, this is Nilanjana and I welcome you all back to my class, that is a unique English class with Nilanjana ma'am. Friends, I'll ask you a question. Yeah. Have you heard of this speech? One child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world. I'll give you a clue, yes. She is an activist who fights for the women's right to education. She is the youngest recipient of the Nobel Prize. Then, at the age of 15 in 2012, she was shot in the head at point blank range by the local Taliban's. When she was returning home from school. So, yes, you are right. I'm talking about Malala Yousafzai. And if you ever get a chance, please read the autobiographical book of this great icon. She's a global icon, right now. And if you ever get a chance, please read the few pages, at least, of her autobiographical book called I Am Malala. So today I'm going to tell you a story. I mean, just an extract from that entire book. I'm going to just pick a few pages and tell you uh, a, a very small story. So let's get started. This girl, Malala Yousafzai, she is an inhabitant of Swat Valley, located in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa of northwest Pakistan. Yeah, and she is a Pashtun. So who are these? Pashtuns. Now the thing is, they are the people who come from like parts of Pakistan and then Afghanistan, and they speak the local language called Pashto. So hence they are known as Pashtuns, right? So she's born there in Swat Valley. It's a it's a totally beautiful place. If you, just look for the, for some scenic beauty of Swat Valley, you will just be floored away. It's so beautiful. Just, Google and find Swat Valley. It is absolutely wonderful. And you will be amazed to like find the description. It's so beautiful. So I just like to read out a few lines. She writes, "Leaving out home felt like having my heart ripped out. I stood on the roof looking at the mountains, the snow-topped Mount Elam, and I looked at the trees all coming into leaf. The fruit of our apricot trees might be eaten by someone else this year. Everything was silent, pin drop silent, and there was no sound from the river or the wind. Even the birds were not chirping. She wanted to cry. So, what was the situation? The situation was this that, in 2009, when she was only 12 years old, now, she and her family and all the neighbors and all the people of this place, Fort Valley, they were forced to flee. Yeah, they were forced to leave their own homeland, their native place, and they had to move away from this place, and all this because of the growing violence and torture that was unleashed by the local Talibans. And these Talibans, they did not allow girls to go to school. So this girl's, Malala's, her activism, her fight, in fact, started from Swat Valley. It started the fight, and in fact, her father had actually started the fight, and he was he had taken the guts. He had shown the guts of sending his girl to school, and that's how. Yes, in 2012 she gets attacked by the Taliban who shoot her in the head, right? When I'm talking about this particular part of her journey, I'm talking about 2009. And at that time, they were forced to leave Swat Valley due to the growing violence caused by the local Taliban. So, every time she would pray to God, she would pray for peace to return in Swat Valley. She would pray that, men and women would be treated equally, yes, here. And then she would also pray for freedom from the Taliban rule. But nothing like that ever happened. Rather, the opposite happened, and they were forced to flee their homeland. So she was really heartbroken, and she was like, she broke into tears. She was crying. So her father was not ready to go. Her father wanted to like stay back and fight, but her mother her mother was totally opposite to to his father's decision, and she declared that we have to move from here because everyone is leaving the place. We have to move. We cannot take any risk because someone had already been killed within the neighborhood. So Malala's mom was not ready to take any more risks at all. So they started to move, and she says that we didn't own anything that was too much expensive. Our only expensive or these valuable things were like a TV, a fridge, and a washing machine. Now these things were not they were not like things to be stuff to be carried. So they just only managed to carry whatever things were required for the journey, and they just went. And they were given a lift by Dr. Afzal, who was a very friendly, a very kind neighbor. So with Dr. Afzal's help, they managed to leave Swat Valley. And on 5th May 2009, they became IDPs. IDPs meaning internally displaced persons. Now, who are these internally displaced persons? Well, people who are forced uh, to leave their homeland due to some kind of reason. It can be it can be a natural calamity, or it can be a violent situation. It can be curfew, whatever. So due to these reasons, if they are forced to leave their hometown, and then they're meant to stay in camps that are organized or that are arranged by the government or people, social workers or whatever, or they can go and stay with their relatives in their homes. So if they don't want to stay in the camps, but whatever it is, they are not supposed to leave the boundary of their country. That they can't do. That is illegal. So they have to stay within the country and survive. Right. So, they were leaving Swat Valley, and it was like a mass exodus. It was like a mass, this movement of people, and people were leaving in crowds and crowds out of Swat Valley, and the road was heaving with traffic everywhere, and everyone was depressed. People were undertaking these journeys, but it was not a happy journey. It was not a happy travel. So they loved to travel. All these children in the house, and the families, they all loved to go by car, and but it was not a happy, like a nice, fun-loving, a funny or a fun sort of situation. It was a very depressing situation. So everyone was traveling quietly and very sadly because they were leaving their own hometown, their belongings, their home, the property, and their garden, well, lovely apricot garden, tree gardens they had. They had to leave everything away. Anyway, so finally, they were traveling through the mountain pass, and they left Swat Valley behind. Yeah, and her father kept on insisting that don't worry, my children, we will come back. We will return to Swat very soon. But everybody knew that that was not happening quite soon. Everyone was clear that homecoming would not be easy this time. So, their father planned to leave for Peshawar first, and he said that let me go to Peshawar and let me inform the government people, the government officials, that what was happening in Swat Valley. We should inform them about the violence caused by these people, caused by the Taliban. So let me go there, and meanwhile, you all go to your mom's native village, that is Shangla. So they were all going to Shangla while their father decided to move to Peshawar. So now they had come to a place called Bisham, and from there it was not a motorable path. So from there they had to walk to Shangla district. So they had to walk almost 25 kilometers carrying all their things, on their back. And at one point, they were stopped by the army people, and these army people were everywhere. The military was, they were everywhere, and they were with their machine guns. So it was quite a, quite a delicate situation, and everyone was very, very like in panic. So they were stopped by the army, and the army told that you cannot go any further without a permit or without a permission. You cannot go any further. Go back to your home in Swat, or go back to the camp. You have to go and stay in that, the camp meant for internally displaced persons. You cannot travel to anywhere else. And but their home is in Shangla. Their destination is their mom's native place. So where to go? And they don't want. They did not want to live in camp. So they begged, but the army was very adamant. And finally, the situation was handled by Malala's grandmother, and her grandmother started to cry, and she begged, and she persuaded the army people, and finally the army people, they melted, and they gave permission to let them like move to Shangla. The army and the machine guns were everywhere. Because of the curfew and the checkpoints, there was only there was not one vehicle to be seen on the road, and everywhere it was, these military people. They were wandering, and controlling the situation, they were patrolling the situation everywhere with their guns, and people were afraid that they might be shot. So everyone was in panic. So in Shangla, Malala and her siblings and her mother, they stayed with their uncle, their maternal uncle, Faiz Muhammad. And Faiz had a daughter, and she was called Sambal. And Sambal was just a year older than Malala. So while Malala was in grade 6, her cousin Sambal was in grade 7. So it was decided. So Malala wanted to be with her cousin, so she decided that I'll be in the same class with Sambal, and she was a talented girl, and she got the admission. So both these girls were in class in grade 7. Yeah. So the two girls, they would go to school together. So Malala desperately wanted to study. That she did not, want to be interrupted by any way. So her uncle gave them pocket money to buy snacks in school, and they would buy this watermelon and cucumber, and the girls ate these. So one day in school there was a Parents' Day program, and Malala she decided to recite a poem, and her poem was about working hard to achieve success in life. And she quoted a line, on her own, and she said, "A diamond has to be cut many times before it heals to become a jewel, before it can be turned into a tiny jewel." So a little girl she was, but she mentioned such a valuable thought. Then finally, she was studying in class 7, but she missed her school in Swat Valley. She missed her hometown. She missed her homeland, and though she was spending time with her cousins and with her siblings, she wanted to go back to her old place, and she missed her books very much. So she had this collection of Charles Dickens and Shakespeare stories. Like, she mentions copies of Oliver Twist and Romeo and Juliet stories in her school bag, which she could not bring along. All right. So she completely missed reading her English, these novels and storybooks, and she really felt sad. However, she struggled, she managed the situation, and she wanted to get back desperately to Swat Valley because it was her hometown. So anyway, after 6 weeks, and so her father returned and told, "Well, come on, we can all go and live in Peshawar." So she left Shangla, and she and her family went to live with her father. And here, she became quite happy because she loved her father very, very deeply, and she respected him a lot. and when the whole family got reunited. So that was a very nice, happy moment. And then came her birthday. So it was her it was her birthday, but nobody remembered because the situation was, it was so tough, it was so difficult, and like nobody remembered her birthday, and she missed her last year's birthday, which she had spent in which she had spent in Swat Valley, and she remembered that her friends had come and they had cut a cake, and she's such a beautiful soul. She says that even in my last birthday, I had made the same prayer. The prayer was peace to return in Swat Valley and freedom from the Taliban. And even now, in this birthday, she also wished the same thing. She also wished, on her 12th birthday also, she wished the same thing, freedom from Taliban and peace to return in her hometown. And she wondered when that would happen. So she writes, once again, I wished for peace in my valley. So I would I would ask you to read further chapters from this book. And yes, in the first few pages of the book, I had come across this wonderful, a very honest thing that she says, and she says that I'm a girl, and I come from that land where, where people fire their rifles in celebration of a son, and they hide away their daughters behind a curtain, and the role of the girls is only it's simply to prepare food and give birth to children. So there was a huge difference. There's a huge difference between girls and between in the way that people bring up their sons and their daughters. There's a huge inequality going on between girls and boys. There are several places in the world where these things happen, and from these horrible situations, from these sad, pathetic situations, fighters take birth. The history says that fighters, heroes, and heroines real life heroes and heroines are born out of these, what do I say, these pathetic, these sad situations, situations where there are troubles and problems, these give birth to real life heroes and heroines, and Malala Yousafzai is one such real life heroine who fought it out. So even till today, she fights for the right of women to have education and for the equality of between sons and daughters. So I wish, it's not my wish actually. All of us would wish. I'm sure that there are more such Malalas in our world, and there should be an end to this Taliban rule everywhere. And there should be freedom and and modernity, in the true sense of the term. Thank you. If you have a chance, do read the book I Am Malala, written by Malala Yousafzai, the global icon. Keep reading.